the Phoenix Mercury have looked to future-proof their squad. Now let me explain why. Because I know there's a lot of people who like saw this trade and was like, "What? I don't know if this makes any sense. Why would you do this?" XYZ. But guys, the decision for the Phoenix Mercury to trade away Sug Sutton and the 2025 third round pick in order to pick up the rights to Klara Lundquist, to me, is a genius move, which is why I put them in the W category. This is a squad in the Phoenix Mercury that is in win now phase, basically. They're trying to win this year. The reason why is because you have significant players on your team as free agents next year, right? You have a player like Diana Taurasi, who is sort of like in that, will she retire? Will she not retire? What's going on with that? Like, what is she going to do? That type of thing, right? She is an unrestricted free agent next year. Who knows exactly if she's going to retire? But the Phoenix Mercury have to ensure that they are they're in a good place. So whatever she decides to do, they'll be good, right? Another thing to know is Sophie Cunningham is an unrestricted free agent next year. Brittany Griner is an unrestricted free agent, though it's very likely that Brittany will re-sign with this team. I can't imagine a situation where she does not re-sign with this team, but we'll see. We'll absolutely see. So yeah, that's sort of the thing right there. That's who they're sort of in limbo about next year. But guys, I want to talk about Klara Lundquist real quick, because I actually think that she's a really good player and is a fantastic pickup for the future of this Phoenix Mercury team. And I think a lot of y'all probably don't know who she is. She is 24 years old. She's a shorty, she's not tall. She's 5'8". You see her photo on the screen. She's a kind of petite, 5'8", pretty small, guard, and she's a straight up baller, guys. This girl is a straight up baller. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of her, but she's fantastic. She's a Swedish player. She has played on the Swedish national team. She played in Sweden for a club team, I believe last year, and she absolutely dominated. She was the league MVP. She won the Defender of the Year award. She averaged quite a bit of points. She averaged quite a bit of points for her squad. And a thing to note is that she is about to play for Girona in this upcoming offseason. So she's on a suspended contract for this season because, again, she was going to arrive late. So she's on a suspended contract. I think that she is a player who can absolutely be an impactful player for this team sort of going forward. And while she's not in the WNBA right now, I think she has a lot to offer. I think she has a whole lot to offer. And it's a way of this team sort of looking for the future. They're looking for the future, guys. This is a player who she averaged last year for her club team. She averaged 20.5 points a game, 10.8 rebounds a game. As a 5'8" player, guys, she averaged 5.7 assists a game, 3.4 steals a game. Klara Lundquist is really, really good. And while we have not seen her play in the WNBA just yet, I think that the Phoenix Mercury are setting themselves up for future success by getting the rights to a baller like that. So she might end up being she likely will be with the team next year. And I'm excited to see her play. I really am. So again, Klara Lundquist, you don't know her, you need to know her. She's a straight up baller. She has she's going to be with the Phoenix Mercury team in the future. I think they made a good decision. Yes, they get rid of a player that they really like in Sug Sutton, but they are looking to future-proof themselves by going over to Europe and getting players. Guys, a lot of these European players are really, really good. Again, Klara Lundquist, she's going to be playing for Girona for her club team this past season. Again, 20.5 points, 10.8 rebounds a game, 5.7 assists per game, 3.4 steals a game. I'm just saying, it's important for us to, talk about the fact that, yes, her averages and whatnot, she's not playing against WNBA players, right? on a night in and out, a night out basis. So yes, that will change when she goes to the WNBA. But I actually really do think that she can ball. I think she's a petite player, but she's a player who plays way bigger than her size. And I, for one, am extremely excited to see her play in the W. So again, baller move, good decision by the Phoenix Mercury. While a lot of people don't know her, she can play, and she might be the future of this team, knowing that they're going to be losing a player like Adina Taurasi sooner rather than later. All right, let's get to the super chats real quick. Thank you so much, Daryl, for the super chat. Really do appreciate that so much. Wow, thank you so much, Chocolate Twist Chocolate Twist Yoga. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says thank you. Well, I thank you so much for your super chat. Mitchell says hit that like button and subscribe. Quita is working hard to keep keeping us updated. Thank you. Well, thank you, Mitchell. I really do appreciate that. I really do. And when I first saw your name, Mitchell, I thought of Miles Morales. Do you get that? Do you get that, Miles Morales? Do you get that? Do people call you that, Miles Morales? All right. Well, anyway, that was the Phoenix Mercury. And I wanted to dive in a little bit further in that one because, again, I don't think a lot of people know who Klara Lundquist is, and I wanted to just talk about that a little bit more.